Hey, y'all. We're live. We did it. We're doing the thing.
We are doing a thing.
So this is a cool little service that we're hoping that is going to benefit everybody. So I've got my associate, Brian Deckard, here. You guys know me. I'm Jen Robb. Wait, I'm Jennifer Hansen now. But it's so funny, all the Facebook comments I'm getting about, who's this chick? I don't know who this chick is. But anyway, if you don't know me, I'll give you a brief introduction. So I'm a marketer. I've been doing marketing for pretty much my whole career. And I met Brian through my mom, and we started teaming up and working together. Brian's been doing websites for 20 plus years and knows a lot more than I do. So Brian, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself a little bit?
Sure. My name is Brian Deckard, and I created my business, Deckard and Company, which is a boutique marketing agency. And we've been going pretty strong since about 2006, 2008. I actually did kind of a rebrand from Deckard Web Solutions, for those of you that go back even further, to Deckard and Company. So yeah, so I've been doing this for a long time and love it. It's good stuff. So
yeah,
that's me.
And we've got a whole new world right now, as you all know. So we wanted to talk about your online presence because it's more important now than it really ever has been, I think, in the history of online, because a lot of businesses, that's the only way people are going to find you.
Yes.
So when I asked a question on my Facebook page a while ago, I asked about what's your first impression? What is your virtual presence like? And pretty much all the answers that I got talked about social media. Oh, I'm posting. Oh, I try to do this. And so I wanted to get into it with you, Brian, on our live stream here. We're posting in Real Marketing and Deckard and Company and on the YouTube. Just to answer that question and give some value to people while we're kind of have a little bit more time on our hands right now. Because when I've worked with people in the past and done consulting and marketing with individuals, yeah, you can do it yourself, and there's a lot of information out there. But I don't expect my plumber to know how to change the tire on my car. And I think that Brian and myself, being in the industry, we get a lot more information. We understand a lot more of the information that's out there, and we really want to pass it along to the business owner. So we wanted to talk about the online presence and really what it entails beyond social media, because that's obviously what's in everybody's face right now. So and also, this is our first time doing it. So if you see us kind of like looking around and stuff, it's, we're looking at our notes. We do have a place where you're going to be able to ask questions. And we did ask for questions ahead of time. And we had a couple people ask some questions ahead of time. So we'll answer those. And I wanted to make sure everybody understood that this is for you. So if there's topics that you wish we'd cover, or if we're speaking in some marketing jargon that you don't understand, please let us know, because we're very, very open to taking your kind and sweet criticism. Yeah, everybody has to be nice, play nice. So what we want to talk about first and foremost is the very beginning and the very foundation of your online presence. And contrary to popular belief, it's not your Facebook page.
Correct.
It's a website.
It helps.
Brian does really, really good work with websites. He knows a lot about why it's important to pick a correct server, the place where you host. So Brian, I want you to talk about why it's important to have a professionally built website and why it's important to have it hosted properly.
Sure. Okay. So when it comes to your online presence, one of the first things you need to worry about is that first impression when they actually find you online through a Google search or even through somebody's social platform. They find their way to your website. Your website is you online. It is your business card online. It is everything about you and the service that you provide or the products that you sell It's your website. And it all comes down to, is your website nice to look at? Is it professionally done? Are people going to be able to, when they land on your website, that above the fold, do they know exactly where they are and what you do with that?
Yep.
A lot of times you land on somebody's website, you still have no idea
Right.
what it do.
Yes.
So
And so there's a design element involved, which somebody with a lot of experience is going to be able to help with. I went through this myself. When I started my business back in October, I tried, and I'm pretty tech savvy, but it's just extremely overwhelming, even for a person who's in marketing, who isn't a web designer. I'm not a web designer. So it was next to impossible for me to build my own properly or have it be professional. So I always tell people it's probably one of the most important investments that you're going to make when you start your business. If you've already started and you've got something that isn't working well for you, then it's never too late to revamp. A lot of companies are going through rebrands right now and revamps. I know that Brian's been slammed, helping people get their websites up to date, because this is how people are finding you now. And businesses that didn't used to sell online are selling online. So it's extremely important to have a good hosting platform. And I know, Brian, you've been through a couple different ones.
Yeah. So real quick on that topic, a lot of people ask, when they first reach out to me, they're like, do you host your own websites? And that would be a big heck no. First of all, we live in Florida, one of the, storm love us. So we don't host a website here.
Because that would involve like the servers, right?
That would be the server. Server goes down, websites go down.
Right. So we don't want to be doing that.
Correct. So what we have done is we have partnered, our newest partner, and they're our sole partner when it comes to hosting, is Flywheel. Flywheel's amazing. Their servers are wonderful. They, all of our clients are now on Flywheel, and Flywheel is using the Google Cloud platform, which is, one of the best ones out there. There's other good hosting providers, but that's the one that we use. We used to use GoDaddy, but not anymore. Not for hosting. We use GoDaddy for domain names because they are the #1 registrar, around. But that's where you get your domain name, and if you want to do email and stuff like that. But if you want to host your website, connect with us.
Yeah.
We'll get you set up on the best platform, bar none.
That's right.
They're phenomenal.
And if you guys are confused about what's a domain name versus a platform versus a URL or any of those things, and there's some jargon that you're not understanding, please leave it in the comments. Please go ahead and comment here. You can comment in our Facebook group also. You guys can also send an email too, but we want to make sure this is beneficial for everybody and that you're understanding. So online presence, big umbrella. Underneath there, we got the cornerstone here. This is your website. This is your virtual curb appeal. It used to be, people walk in and they get an impression about your business, and you got to be friendly and you need to talk to people. But if you're not having people walking through your doors, it needs to be a similar experience virtually. So we want to have good curb appeal. So beyond that, yes, social media is part of it. You absolutely have to be on social media to be in business now.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah,
absolutely. And we have those top platforms. I think, do you have like a graphic on that?
I do, and I guess I could pull that up. So the number one, the four top going into 2020 here, social platforms right there. There you go. Might be a little hard for you to see. Didn't want to make a graphic too big. But
yeah, and if you guys, not to interrupt you, Brian, but real quick, I wanted to tell everybody, if you want any of this information in a PDF, we are working on a form. You're going to be able to drop your email in, and that's going to be an opt-in list. When you send us questions that you want us to answer on the live stream, you're not being opted into any sort of email address or any email list. But if you want to get the information that we're talking about on the live streams in PDF format or some similar, then that's going to put you into an email list where you'll get reminders about our upcoming topics. And we really want you guys to tell us what you want to learn and things that you'd like to know. So the text is kind of small, but I can see where it's Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Instagram. So go ahead, Brian.
Yeah. So those are, here in 2020, the top 4 social platforms. When we talk to clients and, we find out what their demographics are, what it is they do, just because these here are the top 4, doesn't mean that they're ideal for your business or organization. It could be, most people are going to have Facebook.
Right.
The big
everybody.
Yep. So you could have Facebook, Instagram, because, it's all about curated images, it's about, branding, but it can also include
really
Pinterest.
Good for every business.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. So like I said, it really honestly depends on your demographics, who your business is for.
Right.
And, or an organization, we do nonprofit stuff.
Yes. And it really does depend, because it could be Pinterest.
Exactly. Absolutely. Yep.
So just because these are the top 4, it might not be as super important as it could be, for your business. But yes. We did have a question about Facebook.
We did.
And I think that's there somewhere. I think you have my friend Betty Burton. So if y'all don't know Betty Burton is a health coach with Optavia, and she's a super wonderful, wonderful person. She asked, when you make a post and no one likes or comments, it's hard to tell if the message is getting out or they're looking at the post. I know they must see it, but the best types of posts to get comments, and I have her full question here. So basically what she's wanting to know is what types of comments are really going to get you the best, or what types of posts are going to get you the best engagement. And I will tell you that used to be content is king, which it still is, but content in the form of video. So I know Betty does a fantastic job on her stories, and there could be some videos in the same type of formats that you could put on your Facebook, and that might get you a little bit more engagement. And then Brian, you wanted to talk about how you can tell.
Yes, I do.
Or engaging or seeing the posts.
Yep. So going down that road, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about social insights. So every platform has its own. When I say platform, every social platform, so Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, they all have their own insights, and insights are stats. There you go. Jen's showing it on her phone there. So we'll use Facebook as an example. Pages, Facebook pages. Yep. That is, you don't run your business through your personal Facebook. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Create a business page.
When he says that, he means don't create a personal profile. First name, cookies, last name by Jenny. Don't do that. Make it a business page, because then you're going to get to see all of your insights and all the stuff that we're talking about. So I'll just give you an example. And when you look on your phone, you'll be able to pull up, if you do multiple pages, you'll be able to pull it up and you'll see what the insights are. And we want to talk about this in depth and maybe do another video about insights, just about Facebook insights. So if that's something that's interesting to you, make sure you let us know that.
Yeah, absolutely. I would love, as this series goes down the road, to teach, the people that want to learn how to read your insights and what exactly you're supposed to be looking for.
Right.
Most people, that's why you hire a marketing agency, because you have more important things to do, like maybe run your business.
Yep.
Most people aren't marketers.
No, it's too much. It's too much information. It's almost too much information for a marketer. We were just talking about this earlier, how things change minute to minute and day to day.
Yep.
But beyond that, it's one of those things I would tell my clients, if you don't have the money, you better have the time. And when I say time, a lot of it to put into learning what's really going to work for you, because who wants to waste time doing something if it's not working?
Right.
So beyond the social media, we've got that umbrella, remember we talked about, with the online presence. We got the website, we got the social media platforms, and then we talk about reviews, and we talk about.
Well, let's talk about reviews. We'll talk about
reviews first.
Yeah. So, so important nowadays.
Yep.
It's all about, everybody's looking at reviews.
Especially now.
Especially now. But I mean, they've been actually going, Google has made reviews very important now. And this goes back, year or two, that you should have been doing this.
Yes.
But now we have all these beautiful platforms out there to help us. And one that we partnered up with, and like we talked earlier, we have vetted several of the reviews out there. And we narrowed it down to one, and that is Bird Eye. Bird Eye gives us the best tool with the most features at an affordable price.
Yeah, and I would encourage you guys to Google Bird Eye and take a look at their website, see what all they offer, and see what their pricing is. Because one thing I definitely want to point out is the fact that we partner with them, so we're able to offer you a discount on what Bird Eye is going to be charging you. So once we get done with the live stream, go to Bird Eye, check it out, send us any questions that you have. But go ahead and finish talking about it, Brian. I just wanted to point that out.
Yeah. So, the best thing about like I said, Bird Eye and us partnering with them is the fact that we can give our clients Bird Eye at a discounted rate, which is fantastic, and it really is. It is all about your reputation.
It's like a cornerstone to your online presence because all of your reviews. It also handles listings, which we're going to talk about next. But when we talk about your reviews, I mean, we've got Google and we've got Facebook. Those are the two biggest.
Yep. And, gotta love comments and questions. Here's a good one. I got to show this one. So, yeah. Oh, let me take my banner off.
Don't break your arm patting yourself on the back, Brian.
I love it. Yep. Fantastic. So there you go.
That's awesome. So when we talk about Facebook and Google and them taking reviews, and people don't understand sometimes how to leave a review on Google. So what I always tell people is whatever's easiest for your client or whoever you're asking to leave you a review, ask them to leave it on that platform. Facebook's super easy. Most people are on Facebook. You have people that aren't on Facebook, chances are they probably have a Gmail email address.
Yep.
As long as you're logged in with that, you can leave a Google review.
Absolutely. And the Bird Eye platform just makes it so nice and easy for you to manage both your reviews and your local directories, is what we're going to get into next. Which local directories you have to think of as your local SEO or search engine optimization.
Right. And when you talk about directories and you talk about listings, I know when I used to work with clients and their eyes would kind of glaze over because they don't understand what it means. So I found a good explanation. I'm going to try to read off of my notes here. So we do have 4 major data providers. I don't know if you as business owners realize this or not, but we have 4 major data providers that push out all of the information for all the citations or listings for your business. And we talk about name, address, phone number when we talk about listings or citations. So we have Factual, Axiom, Infogroup, and Localese. Those 4 major data providers push out your information. So if your business information is correct with that big 4, then you have a better chance of seeing your listings showing up correctly with your name, address, and phone number across the entire internet.
Yep.
So that's kind of, I hope people understand what it is, but It's something that if you don't proactively correct your listings, they'll give it to you anyway. They're going to make it up.
Yep.
So this is an invaluable service for a business because you don't have time. Trust me. You don't have time to go correct all your listings across the internet.
Nope. And, it's, there's about 80-ish local directories out there. And with the Bird Eye platform, you can, what you mentioned earlier, name, address, phone number. It's called NAP.
NAP.
You can set your NAP in one spot, and it automatically goes to all of them. It's so nice and wonderful. And you claim it, and it's yours. And nobody can go on there and claim it and change that information, like the phone number.
Right.
We've seen it so often that someone thinks they're calling X widget company, but they're really calling B widget company because B widget company went on there and changed the phone number to theirs.
Yes. I've seen that. I saw that with a client. Another thing I saw with
all the time
is one time they paid for a like kind of a round robin lead phone call service.
Mm-hmm.
We're like, okay, we're next in line as this blind company. So the next customer that calls through this provider, we get, it's our turn. Well, their listings across the whole internet had that phone number attached to it, not their actual business phone number. This was a lead phone number, an assigned phone number. And even after they stopped paying for that service, all of their online listings had that old phone number for a year. They lost, I don't even know how much business because of that. So you definitely want to make sure all that stuff is correct.
Right. And that leads into, that's why it's so important to hire a marketing agency that, when you do change, because businesses move all the time. And when you do, you connect with your marketing person and say, hey, we moved. Can you change my address?
Yeah.
Yes, and we will change it in all these directories. So,
save you a huge pain in the patootie. You do not want.
Right. Reviews and local directories.
Are
very important.
Very important. And so that's kind of just a very basic overview of what your online presence is, what your virtual curb appeal is, whatever you want to call it. So it goes way beyond social media. You can connect in a deep and meaningful way with your audience using your website as well, and using your review management system like Bird Eye, because it's going to send emails to your clients asking them for a review. And if you don't have anything nice to say, what did our mom say? Don't say anything at all. So we're going to ask our clients to leave a review on Facebook or Google or whatever platform happens to be important to you. If you're a doctor, it might be Health Grades. If you're a lawyer, it might be something else. But whatever platform is important to you, where people are going to be looking at the reviews for your business, you can ask them to do that in the email from the Bird Eye platform. And if you say, you know what, if you're not ready to leave us a review at this time, then do you have some feedback for us? Which I think is huge, because then it discourages a negative review. You can also decide ahead of time if you don't want that particular client to receive this email. If they've had a particularly uncomfortable experience. But, I just want everybody to understand that this is a global community. We're all in this together, and we have to trust each other, and we need to be honest, and we as consumers need to be leaving more reviews and giving more feedback to businesses, honest, genuine feedback. So I know Brian and I are about to wrap this up, and I just wanted to, again, remind you guys that this is all about you. Yes, we're marketers. Yes, we do sell marketing services. But beyond that, we really want to kind of like pull back the curtain on marketing and kind of show you, what's real. We're trying to be for real here.
Correct.
And give you real information on what it is that's really important for you. So please let us know any topics that you'd like us to cover in the future. Because, I don't really have anything else to do right now. So saying.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy in the world we're living in right now. But we did not cover.
Oh my gosh, we have another question.
Yes, we did. Yes, we
I
did.
would have been in so much
From
trouble.
the lovely and beautiful Miss Vicky Voss, and that's Vicky with an I.
Yes, Vicky with an I. And she makes beautiful children.
Yeah. Oh boy. And here
Anyway.
we go. Here's Vicky's question.
Vicky asked, what is reputation marketing and would that be beneficial to churches? Because churches aren't supposed to market like a business, but you do kind of have to have the same kind of presence as a business. So you got to have a website and listings and all that sort of thing. So yes, reputation marketing can be very important for churches. Listings, just in the listing part of it alone.
Yep. And really, like we were talking earlier, a church has, when you think of running a church like a business, which is kind of, yes, you do. But then again, no, you don't. So you want to take the good parts about running a business and apply that to your church, and part of that would be marketing.
Yes.
Because when someone moves, let's say they move from New York down to this area and they are looking for a church, where do you think they're going to find said church other than the Google machine? Exactly, on that phone. So if you have done your research and done your getting involved with your local directories, they can be standing with their phone and they're close to your church, in your radius, and they type in the Google local church.
Google.
Yep, the Google machine. and you will pop up because you have claimed your local directories, and you will pop up in their search. And then they will click on that link, which will take them to your website.
Which is great. And then they can read all about what it is that you really do very quickly because you have a great website.
Yes.
Because Brian made it.
Yes, they have a beautiful website. I'm very, very happy with that website. So absolutely wonderful. So that
and nonprofits are just as important.
I do plenty of work for nonprofits. A couple that pop into mind are actually horse facility. They do therapeutic riding.
Mm-hmm.
I love horses. Growing up in Indiana, kind of put me into that. I've always loved horses.
Well, I know somebody's going to ask how much a website is and how much all services are. So I want to just point out the fact that holy transparency, every bit of pricing is listed on the website. So you guys need to take a look, unless it's a custom solution, but we have pretty much all the pricing listed for you on the website. So any questions that you have, any future topics that you'd like for us to cover, just please let us know. Send us your feedback. I think we did pretty good.
I think so. Yeah. And just got another, I still got another user. It's a Facebook user. So it's probably coming from the group because it's private. Asking, well, actually, I'll just pull it up here. Homeschooling. Yay. Gotta love the homeschooling.
Lori, I'm trying to guess by how they're talking who it might be.
So brief description of the reputation marketing for me, please.
Well, we actually just finished talking about that, and I don't want to keep us on any longer than we were supposed to be on. But basic overview reputation marketing, we talked about your listings being correct online and your reviews and making sure that you have them, because having no reviews is just as bad as having bad reviews. Please ask for reviews. So with that being said, I don't want to keep us longer than 30 minutes. We were trying to keep it to 20, but first go round. Don't be mad. Don't be mad at us. It's almost happy hour.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
You don't know what's in my cup.
Yeah, beautiful. Look at that right there. All right. So hopefully we answered everybody's questions.
And this was my first day back to work. It's like, this is great. I miss people. I'm giving everybody a hug.
Social distancing,
Yeah.
All right. So this happy first live stream event.
High five. Oh, wait, go this way.
Yeah,
give me a high five. Are you next to me?
Yep, here we go. There you
Boom,
go.
high five.
So So yeah, for future shows, future live streaming events, we would love that, and we'll always put it out there, the form to fill out for questions, so that we can have those questions and answers, before we even start the show, and we can answer everybody's stuff as as the show goes on. So it's pretty cool stuff. Hold on. Here you go. You'll love this one. All right. Well, on that note, thank you so much for watching our first live event. Pretty cool stuff. And on that note, signing off, and catch you next time. Looking forward to it. Thank you. Bye-bye.